Hey y'all. Um, I am I'm gonna go over the game mode that I have for Hades. So it's just called Hades Campaign. And this is Hades Campaign Chapter 1, so the first level. So what I did was I did team elimination, and with team elimination, you will have a bandit evo and a sidekick to start off. There's unlimited rounds, mainly because if you don't revive your friends, or if you're playing single player and if you die, it starts a new round. So you restart from the beginning. So there's no saving your progress. I haven't figured out a way to script it where you can there's like checkpoints or even when you kill the elite at the very end in his honor guard. Um, I haven't figured out a way to just end it after you complete that objective. If somebody has suggestions, just let me know. I've tried. The reason why I chose team elimination was because there was a game mode, and I'm pretty sure there was a team elimination. In this game for I think a couple weeks back in like 2023 or the early part of 2023, where you could have a team and you're fighting another team and you had a set number of lives. I can't find that game mode anywhere. I thought it was Last Spartan Standing, like a team version of that, where you have a set amount of lives and you just continuously fight enemies. Um, I I don't remember the name of it anymore. So if somebody knows, just let me know. Because I cannot find it for the life of me. Um, but I had a game mode me and my buddies made back in like the Halo 3 and Halo Reach days, where it was Team Slayer and you had a certain amount of lives, as your team. Um, or Team Slayer and you had a certain amount of lives as a player, an individual player itself. And the closest thing would be attrition, mainly because it has that factor of you have a set amount of lives for an individual person, and it could, and a lot of people, as much as people hated the Halo 5 Guardians campaign, a lot of people did like that co-op where you had to revive your buddy. Um, so that's pretty much with Hades campaign is if your buddy goes down, you have to revive. Now, I added some more environmental hazards, more fire, so if you're not careful, you will get burned to a crisp. And that's gonna suck because then your buddy's gonna have to try to revive you, and it's about 10 seconds to revive somebody. I didn't make it like instant. You have to sit there and you have to wait for a bit. And luckily, the AI won't chase you down normally, so um, but they will still shoot at you from a distance. Um, all in all, I mean, I've had fun playing this single player. It's hard single player. I made sure to, if you're not careful and you die, you restart. It does like a new round, and you restart from the very beginning. All your progress is just gone. So you have to go through and kill the same mods over and over and over. It's like it's just repetition at that point. You have to constantly deal with that. If you're with friends or whatever, you have to coordinate. You have to make sure like you all know what you're doing. Especially let's say a hunter, you're taking on the two hunters in the middle part. Uh, and if one of your friends thinks, "Oh, I'll just run out there with a rocket launcher and shoot them," and then he dies and his body and his revive token is all the way out there, I mean, you're gonna have to try to manage it at that point. Like either you make a distraction, one of y'all make a distraction to go and revive him or her, or you just be like, sucks to suck, buddy. I'm not going to go out there to revive you just yet. So I'm thinking a lot of people will be a little tactical with this too. They're not going to be too crazy because it's not you go in and run and gun. I purposely made it where you have to take cover, behind walls and then shoot, or you have to like coordinate. Maybe everybody throw a grenade at the same time. There's also a limited amount of stuff you can get. The Covenant weapons will, or Banished weapons will drop, and they might drop a few grenades. There's no guarantee those grenades are gonna stay there. So you either pick them up, you have to use the tools. I did not provide like a lot of power weapons on the dead bodies. I provided maybe a few, but I didn't provide a rocket launcher everywhere or a sniper. There's no sniper. There's no human sniper rifle anywhere in this map. I purposely did that because I you're gonna have to use the weapons that are near you or use your own weapons that you start off with. So um, I had a couple friends play really late last night, and what they did was one of them would use the DMR and the other one would use the sidekick, and the one with the DMR or the one with the sidekick would take down the shields, and the one with the DMR would take out the guys' heads. And so far, that's a very good strategy to do. Um, but then once you get to the part where there's the ultras and the spec op elites, granted there's not a there's a few ultras and there's a few spec op elites. There's not a whole bunch of them. There's a lot of just basic elites running around too, as well as a few brutes. I got rid of all the grunts and all the jackals, and I made it where it's a little bit more hard. There might be a few guys that you can kill pretty quickly. That's kind of I purposely put them there to be as like, oh, I'll give you one. But a lot of the others are very, very annoying. There's no plasma pistols, so you cannot just take down their shields instantly. You have to really try and shoot. So it's better to coordinate with friends and focus fire on one enemy, and then you just, after you're done focus firing, you focus fire on another enemy, and then another enemy, and so on. Um, at the very end, I made an adjustment. So in the previous video, you saw me and my girlfriend crawling through the little like underground area to get to that final area where the boss is and his honor guard. I did put a wall like pillar thing in front of that vent on the other side. So you're able to crawl out and you can get yourselves ready. And then as soon as you turn away around the corner of that wall, you're gonna have to fight those hunters, that general, and I put a few. I put something there that will more than likely aggravate people. That's the point. I'm making it super hard at the very end, just because it's that's how final bosses were way back then. They were unfair, and it was just so aggravating. Um, but once you kill them, it's pretty much gratifying too. Like you did it. You beat the first Hades campaign.